Furry Ferrets by Natalie Lunis. Gotta dance. Pebbles opened her mouth, tossed her head back, and began to bounce all over the room. She jumped forward, backward, sideways, and sometimes straight up into the air. At one point, she did a twirl, and her long body took the shape of a flying donut. She also made little clucking noises that sounded like dook dook dook, dook dook dook. Ferrets bounce, hop, and jump around the room to show how happy they are. Who is Pebbles, and why is she acting this way? Pebbles is a pet ferret. She has just woken up, and Rhonda, her owner, has let her out of her cage for playtime. Pebbles is so happy and excited that she is doing what Rhonda and other ferret owners call the dance of joy. Ferret owners often use the nicknames fuzzies and furballs when they talk about their pets. Not so wild. Are ferrets wild animals that people bring home and tame? Many people think so, but they're wrong. Perhaps they have the popular pets confused with black-footed ferrets, wild cousins that live in the western United States and are now endangered. Only about 700 black-footed ferrets live in the wild today. The ferrets that people keep as pets are in fact a different kind of animal. They have been domesticated for thousands of years. No one is sure exactly where people first started keeping ferrets, but experts do know why. Ferrets could do a great job of catching and killing mice, rats, and other small animals that people think of as pests. Thanks to this skill, ferrets became important helpers in homes, on farms, and even aboard ships. Many experts think that people first started keeping ferrets more than 2,000 years ago in ancient Greece. Pet ferrets would not be able to last for more than a few days in the wild. They need care from people in order to survive. What's that smell? Ferrets belong to the weasel family. Besides weasels and ferrets, this group of animals also includes minks, otters, and badgers, as well as several less familiar animals, such as polecats and sables. The weasel family. Weasel, mink, otter, badger, ferret, wolverine, polecat, sable, marten. All of the members of the weasel family, including ferrets, are closely related to skunks. Like skunks, they can give off a bad smell when they are frightened or overly excited. To solve this problem, many ferret owners have their pets descented. That means having a veterinarian perform an operation to remove the two large scent glands that are found under a ferret's tail. Many owners also give their furry friends a bath a few times a year to keep them smelling sweet. Ferrets are the only members of the weasel family that have been raised by people as pets. This baby ferret is getting dried off after her bath. A ferret's day. Ferrets play hard, but they also sleep a lot, from 15 to 20 hours per day. They don't do all their sleeping at once, though. Instead, they snooze for about 4 hours at a time, and then wake up to eat and go to the bathroom. Ferrets sleep much more soundly than dogs or cats. Sometimes they sleep so deeply that they seem dead. Ferret owners need to let their furry friends out of their cages at least twice a day for up to 3 hours each time. That way, the frisky little creatures can get the exercise they need. When they're not dancing around, they pounce on loose shoes and socks, play hide and seek with their owners, and chase anything that rolls. They also love to explore, so they spend some of their free time getting into boxes, shopping bags, and dresser drawers, or any other places their curiosity leads them. Ferrets are very good at finding places to hide. Home Sweet Home. A pet ferret has 2 different homes. One is the house or apartment in which its owner lives. The other is its home within a home, the cage where it stays when it isn't out exercising. A ferret cage. A ferret's little home has almost everything the furry pet needs. A cage that has been set up properly has a sleeping area with soft bedding and an eating area with a food dish and a water bottle. It also has a bathroom area with a litter box. Many ferret owners like to include items that will make the home more fun, such as a hammock for their furry friends to hang out in. Like cats, ferrets use litter boxes to go to the bathroom. However, ferrets are not quite as easy to litter train as cats. A ferret's litter box should not be placed close to its eating and sleeping area. Like many animals, ferrets won't poop where they eat or sleep. Ferrets resting in their hammock. Ferret food. What do ferrets eat? They eat ferret food, of course. This special kind of pet food looks like dry cat or dog food. The pieces are smaller, however. They also contain slightly different nutrients. Ferrets are meat eaters, like cats and dogs, but they need even more protein in their diets. Adult ferrets usually eat dry food. Baby ferrets, called kits, eat soft canned food because their teeth are not yet ready for dry, crunchy bits like these. Of course, ferrets love to get special treats, too. Some favorites are bits of cooked meat and cooked egg. Owners have to be careful about handing out treats, though. Ferrets usually won't overeat when it comes to their regular food. When it's treat time, however, they don't know when to stop. Ferrets like to play with their food and their water. To prevent spilling and splashing, some owners use heavy tip-proof bowls. Others use food bowls and water bottles that clip onto the side of a cage. A ferret drinking from a clip-on water bottle. Basic training. Pebbles, Chuckles, Bandit. Ferret owners love to give their pets names that go with their playful personalities. Can the little furballs be trained to come when their names are called, though? Many can. The rest can learn to come running whenever they hear a squeaking sound, like the kind made by a squeaky toy. Many ferret owners train their pets to take walks outdoors using leashes and harnesses. Owners teach their ferrets to come for a reason, to round them up when they're hiding. Other tricks that ferrets can learn are taught to them just for fun. They can sit up, roll over, and play dead, just like dogs. What's more, they can learn to hitch a ride on a person's shoulder. something most dogs can't do. Ferrets can be taught to come out of their hiding places. A ferret taking a ride on his owner's shoulder. Ferret friends. Ferrets are friendly and playful with their owners. Often, they can make friends with other pets too, as long as the new friend is a cat, a dog, or another ferret. A ferret is usually more than happy to have a ferret playmate, especially if its owner gives the two furballs time to get to know each other. The same rule applies for a ferret and dog, or a ferret and cat pair. The two pets need time to get used to each other. Ferrets like to play with cats and dogs, but owners need to keep an eye on the pets in case their play turns rough. Ferrets do not get along with pets that are smaller than they are, such as hamsters, gerbils, or birds. In fact, a ferret might be more than unfriendly around one of these little animals. It might even act like one of its wild relatives and try to kill and eat it. Ferret friends are usually happy to live as roommates, sharing the same cage. Ferrets can get along in groups as well as pairs. Some people keep several at the same time. The right pet for you? Lovable as they are, ferrets are not for everyone. Their playfulness often turns into mischief. Ferrets love to steal small objects like keys, pens, and socks and hide them. Sometimes they nip their owners to get their attention. They also like to squeeze into small, out-of-the-way spaces and can easily get lost inside a house. Ferrets like to spend time in tunnel-like places, so their owners often set up all kinds of tubes and tunnels for them to play in. Owning one of these little animals is a big responsibility. A ferret owner needs to have a lot of time and patience. On the other hand, there are lots of rewards for someone who is up to the challenge. This is one playful pet that will greet you with joy, make you laugh, and maybe even ask you to join it in a dance. It is against the law to own a ferret in California and Hawaii, as well as some communities in other states. Many ferret owners believe that laws against owning ferrets exist because people wrongly think of their pets as wild animals, and they are fighting to change the laws.